Hey there, I thought that some of you might like to see what an outline for this essay might look like and how you can create an outline for any essay prompt that you get. The first thing you're going to want to do is to read the entire prompt again, and you're going to want to look for important words or ideas. So I have spiritual, sacred. I have the quote that's in the prompt. Oftentimes the quote is something that the person who wrote the prompt thinks is really important. I also read this bottom part, and it says describe how you feel if a place that defines you was threatened or destroyed. So definitely a place that defines me. I have to talk about if it was threatened or destroyed, what would I do? So when I think about an outline, I think about wanting to put down on paper the most important things that I have to address in my essay. So one of the first things that I think about is that really this essay is about a place that defines me, a place that's important to me, and what I would do if it was threatened to take away. So in the first paragraph, I'm immediately going to talk about that place and tell my reader what that place is. So a place that defines me, the name of that place, a description of that place. Since I'm describing something and I want people to understand why it's important and what it feels like to be there, I'm going to use my sensory details. How does it look, smell, and feel? Any specific important memories that your reader should know. So if something important happened there and that's why it's important to you, that's why it defines you, then you should tell your audience that. And then how does it define you? What about it represents you? Why is it so important to you? So all of these ideas should be at the beginning of your essay because everything else will stem from that. Okay, so next part of your essay, what would you do if it was threatened to be destroyed? So that's right here where it says if it was threatened to be destroyed or taken away. So you need to address that. So how would it impact your life, family, or community, and actions you would take to prevent it, if you would take any actions. So like the prompt says, would you fight to save it? And then finally, the other part of the prompt that we haven't addressed yet would be addressing the protesters at the pipeline and why they're there and what that means to them, and maybe how your own ideas or feelings connect to that. Do you understand them? Is that how you feel about your sacred place? Would you do what they did? Because remember, the prompt says that you have to address that article in some way, mention that article in some way. So if you fill this outline out using your own information, that might give you a good start on writing your essay.